All right, here we are, getting ready to take the Tesla from Southern California to Bellingham, Washington. So the first thing we need to do is get the car out of the garage. So all I will do is a couple of clicks on the key fob. And in just a second, maybe if we're lucky, the car will magically appear and not crash into the car next to it. And that's as close as it wants to get. So this is my 2016 Tesla Model S, Model 90D. You can see the glass roof option. All-wheel drive, so it has kind of a small frunk in the front, but I managed to stick a couple of bags in there. I guess we could take a look and see what I've got going on. Room for a couple of items. So the dealership told me a couple of times that you want to use two hands to latch the frunk. It's made of aluminum, so I guess it's kind of fragile. I got the new style wheels, which I read somewhere improve aerodynamics by basically working like a fan and blowing air under the car. Not quite sure how that improves aerodynamics, but I'll take their word for it. We got the automatic lift gate. You can see there's tons of room in the back. I took the little floor cover out of the bottom, so there's room for a ton of stuff. It has the tan interior. I opted for the black roof, headliner. Not really any other options. I think I got one of the last cars made that doesn't have the center console included. That would have been a nice thing to have. So I fully charged the car last night to get ready for the trip. You can see I've got 288 miles of range. Normally I only charge it about 80%, which supposedly makes the battery last longer. Alright, so the plan is to go to Bellingham, Washington. So I have to supercharge on the way up, driving up on the 5. So how do I figure out where to charge? It's pretty simple. I push a button. Take me to Bellingham, Washington. And with any luck, the nav system finds Bellingham. I say navigate. And we wait for a few seconds. And it comes up with the route. And if I click on trip, it will show me where I need to stop. So I need to stop at Harris Ranch for 30 minutes, Manteca for 50 minutes, Corning for 30 minutes, etc. It's 1,200 miles. Should take me just under 24 hours. Here we go, kicking off on our big trip. We've got Emily in the passenger seat and baby Ariana in the back seat. The plan is to drive 12 hours tonight. We will see how it goes. All right, we are on the freeway and 2 clicks and we are in autopilot and time to kick back for 12 hours.
Mommy!
Harris Ranch is the next supercharging station and it's 75 miles away. So I am going to, as pilot in command, skip Buttonwillow and drive on to Harris Ranch. Alright, here we are at the Harris Ranch supercharging station. Made it and still have 40 miles of range left. We're going to let it charge for about a half an hour and get back on the road. Alright, well, it is about midnight and we are in the outside of Stockton, California. Had a strange little lag there on since our last charge. When I got in the car, it said I had about 50 miles more range than the distance to here. Drove about 20 miles, then it said I had 0 excess range and that I needed to slow down if I wanted to make it. It also told me I needed to divert to Gilroy, which is a huge detour to charge. Well, I blew that off, slowed down a little bit, and the range started to improve. We made it here with about 20 miles of excess range. So now we're charging with quite a bit of extra and on to our next stop. Took about a 30-minute nap and I feel so much better. To see, but Emily just drove a leg and I slept. And Anna's not very happy. Well, she's happy now to be out of her car seat. I can't even find her.
That's me.
We made it to Grants Pass last night. Got a hotel, slept for maybe 3 hours. Now we're charging, gonna eat some lunch, and back on the road. So far, so good. We just left Portland and we took a little detour and we should have had plenty of range to make it to Salem, but since our little detour and rush hour traffic, the dashboard is telling me I have about 5 or 10 miles of extra range, and the trip computer is telling me I have about 0, although it's changing with every hill. So we'll check back in about an hour and a half and see if we made it or not. All right, we made it to the charging station and I have 5 miles of range left.
Do your head.
What have you got with you?
Kitty cat!
Your kitty cat.
Yeah!
We made it to beautiful Bellingham, Washington. Total time from door to door was about 30 hours. We got here about 1 o'clock in the morning. We had maybe 4-hour break on the way up, and of course got to rest at all the supercharge stops. I drove most of the way. Emily drove one leg, and all in all, a great trip. Autopilot is the most amazing thing ever. We spent hours just sitting back, watching the car drive. That was a lot of fun.